Howdy y'all, Jackson here with Trick Studios, and welcome back to another episode of Outside the Hash. Once again, streaming solo, but hopefully next week. Hopefully. Uh, Still just going to do the lazy method right now of just going through the web pages because I'm alone, so I might as well just go through quick. So the Arena League 2, they came back. They came back this week. Uh, Allies lost to the Jersey Bearcats. The Indians won a forfeit game over the Carolina Predators. The Mississippi Wolfpack beat the Tri-City River Gators. And the New Jersey Roughnecks beat the Steel City Stampede. So that's the standings as they sit at the moment. Over in the PAIA, they actually had a game. The Beach State Cats had a game. They played, I think it was, what were they called? There's something Eagles. They were the Hardcore Eagles. And they beat them 45-14. So, there we go. And then also in some fun league news, the league we were going to cover, they were going to start this weekend, but they've restructured. So they're not playing until the end of July now. So certainly great things for that league. Definitely not any warning signs there. We'll hop on over to Major League Rugby, where this past week the Free Jacks beat the Sea Wolves, the Hounds beat the Gold, LA beat DC, Utah smoked Anthem. Surprise, surprise, Anthem still winless. Maybe one day they'll get a win. And Miami beat San Diego. So in my game, the Hounds, as you can see, they kind of won pretty handily. They gave all the points leaders there. Yeah, 6 tries to 3. They had about 7 minutes more possession. Less meters made, but it doesn't matter when you're winning more points. Yeah, so Julian Ross, they had the top 2 meters made, but did not matter in the long run. Standing, so New England still won, followed by Chicago there. And then over in the West, Utah, LA, Houston. It's so surprising to see LA at 2 now. But yeah, competitive league outside of Anthem. Who are stat leaders? This one might have changed since last week. Offload. But otherwise, it's still... Maybe this one's too. Still mostly Utah. So, this upcoming... So there's actually a game going on right now. I don't know if I can see the stats. It is 12-7 right now for Chicago. So, let's go. I would probably pick Chicago because they are my team. So, that... NOLA, New England, I go New England, Utah, LA. Ooh, that could be a good game. Then Utah, so I'd go Utah. San Diego, DC. I'll go San Diego. Houston, Anthem. Yes, Houston. And I would go Seattle, Miami. I would go Seattle over Miami there. And then we go into the postseason next week. So good. We will close that out. Over to the National Arena League. It is the final week of the regular season. Wheeling came back and beat Columbus, so that game, there's sort of an asterisk on there because Columbus was playing without a quarterback because of an unfortunate situation where the Columbus quarterback daughter died like a day before the game, so he was not playing. So, but it was still a comeback nonetheless. So I'll give props to Wheeling there. Beaumont kicked the crap out of Shreveport, and Omaha eked out against Colorado to take home field advantage in the postseason. So we will go over that comeback. But yeah, 30 points in the fourth and getting a field goal. So them getting a kicker, paid off there because at the beginning of the year they did not have a kicker. So Joseph Taylor. So I guess they didn't really have much of a quarterback play either. I guess he did throw 3 touchdowns. And with a good runner. Yeah, they had a wide receiver playing quarterback. 3 of 11 for 12 yards. That's why you lost. You did have some good running though, but when you have no passing game, that puts you in a tight situation when you're trying to close things out. Optimistic PATs. That's your difference. The Beaumont Columbus are the 2 postseason teams there. It will be Columbus in Beaumont, and then Colorado in Omaha for the National Division. So our season finishes. Carl Robinson III was the leader in passing yards. He's been pretty much ahead the whole year. Andre Hill put up a good shot coming in late because he didn't play the first couple games because he spent time in the AFL and then some time in the I think he was in the IFL for like a week. Lorenzo Brown was also on and off that roster, but I don't even know if he's going to be playing because they brought back Tommy Armstrong. So we will see who gets to postseason play. And then Vincent Espinoza has also been on multiple teams, so it's kind of a whack top 5 there. Drew Prohaska, that's not really surprising there. James Summers at 2 is kind of surprising, considering Carolina folded and then he was on Wheeling for like a week or 2. Kyler Hansen leading the league in receiving yards is not surprising. He's been pretty much up there the entire year. Yeah, so the season is over, so nothing to show there. We will close that out. We'll head over to the Arena Football 1. This past week was 2 blowouts and a close game, and not really surprising there. Let's pull up the close game, go over to the summary, see if they put it in the... Yes, they did. So, yeah, Corpus made it a little close at the end. Let's see what Kolka did. 5 touchdowns, no pick, so good for Tyler Kolka for Kolkamania. Any big games? There was the kick return. 0 for 4 from your PAT is not great. Fred Payton Jr., 11 to 28. Oof, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Not that's really your difference if you're throwing 3 picks and having that bad of a completion percentage. And all the 2 kick returns, so. And I guess there was no kicking all around. Everybody sucked at kicking today. Dalton Cole is still your passing leader, and he should end up being the passing leader because he just gets more games than everybody. Jalen Morton leading the league in rushing still. Dwayne Brown still leading the league in receiving yards. So, not much changing there. Albany still undefeated, 9-0. Southwest Kansas, Nashville, Salina are your playoff teams right now, I believe. I believe it is the top 4. So hopefully Selena wins the. I would want them in the playoffs over Billings. Week 13. I'll go Selena here. I will go Corpus Christi, and then I will go Nashville. And then we'll have the final week, and then go to the postseason. So let's close those out. Head over to Australian football. Brisbane handled Eston. Collingwood smoked Hawthorn. Fremantle beat Gold Coast. GWS eked out against Richmond. That's kind of surprising. Adelaide absolutely murdered Sydney because Sydney still has went back to not learning how to play football. St Kilda beat Melbourne. Geelong beat West Coast. So let's hop over to my Magpies and show that they pretty much sailed with this game. It's pretty much halftime on. It was easy rolling. They did lose the lead very briefly in the first quarter, but not by much. Side bottom led the league in fantasy. Leading the league. Leading fantasy with goals. I can't believe it. Jamie Elliott, 5 goals. One behind, yeah. Alright. Up over to this team stats. So, pretty even disposal-wise. Inside of 50 efficiency is definitely the killer there. Anything? Yeah, 110 minutes in the lead, yeah. Just much better at tackling, too. Oops. Alright, so yeah, Collingwood 1, Brisbane 2, Adelaide 3, Gold Coast, Geelong, Western, GWS, Fremantle. I think Fremantle hopped up and Western fell out from last week. Who are our stat leaders? Bailey Smith leading in fantasy. Jeremy Cameron still leading in goals. So it's a Geelong right now. St. Kilda and Marks. Lots of Geelong at the moment. Alright. Upcoming week. I'll go Western. Ooh, this is a heck of a game. Let's go upset. Let's go Adelaide here. Sydney should be able to beat Richmond, so I'll go Sydney there. I'll go with my boys, the Cats there. I'll go GWS. I'll go North Melbourne. I'll go Eston, and then I'll go the Pies. So we'll head over on to the IFL. So Massachusetts beat Jacksonville. That's kind of surprising there. Guess it was Massachusetts at home, but they've been garbage everywhere this year. Quad Cities beat Tulsa. That's a good win for them because I think that's like number 2 versus number 3 basically, ranking wise. Green Bay beat Fishers. San Diego ekes by Northern Arizona. San Antonio put on a show there against Tucson, and Vegas beating the Rattlers. It's a good win for a high level teams there. But we will go over my Steam Wheelers. Quan Neal killed it. 10 of 18, 2 touchdowns. Also a touchdown on the ground. They held TJ Edwards in check at least. They gave up 3 rushing touchdowns, but they did get 2 picks. So there's the win there. Kevon Rudd with a touchdown. I like to see that. Alright. Pull up this year, yeah. So Quad City still leading the East followed by Green Bay and Tulsa and Jacksonville all at 6-3, and then Arizona, Bay Area, Vegas, San Diego at 5-4. So, starting leader is Dalton Snead, still leading the league in passing yards, backed by Max Maylor and Josh Jones, who is leading the league in rushing. TJ Edwards, no surprise there. Puka Williams, Jaya Wright. Okay, and receiving yards right now, Kyle Williams still okay. Dokie dokie, and week 12. Iowa, Green Bay, that's Green Bay. Arizona at Jacksonville. As much as I'd like it to be Jacksonville, it's probably going to be Arizona. Massachusetts at Fishers. I guess I'll go Fishers. Maybe Massachusetts is turn to page. Let's go Massachusetts, because Fishers isn't great either. Quad City at San Antonio. I will go Quad City. Vegas at Northern Vegas. Tulsa at Bay Area. That's going to be a good game, but I will go. Let's go home team. Let's go Bay Area, and then let's go San Diego over Tucson. UFL, they had their final week of the season here. No, all the playoff set seedings were already determined, so I think this week didn't really matter. St. Louis beat DC, Houston beat Michigan, Arlington beat San Antonio, and Birmingham smoked Memphis. They're just kind of getting their revenge game, I guess, which I will go over. So yeah, Jamar played well, and then Andrew Presley came in, or Peasley. Dresser, Wynn, Troy Williams both played, but mostly Wynn. He threw 2 picks, so that killed them, but they were already getting killed. Ricky Person Jr. with 2 touchdowns. Anything major? Not really. How'd the kickers do? 2 for 2 and 1 for 1. Alright, so standing St. Louis DC championship in St. Louis. That was already determined even beforehand. Birmingham hosting Michigan, once again also already determined beforehand because of commitments. So at least they can pretend like it didn't matter, but it did probably matter. Who ended up leading the league? So it looks like we had finally had a swap here. Joshua Corbin passed Sailors to lead the league in rushing. Probably because Sailors did not play week 10, it looks like. So that's got to be at least a little devastating to lose out your leading the league in rushing. Luis Perez ended up leading the league in passing, also once again because of not playing week 10. Shout out to Jalen McClendon, though, who finished the league in 3rd in passing, despite the fact he started the season as a 3rd-string quarterback. Same with Dresser Win here, and Jamar Smith, who was retired at the beginning of the year. So, some interesting quarterback storylines there. Mariner ended up leading the league in receiving, so these were all kind of heavily contested. Yeah, so Luis Perez definitely benefited from getting it at the end, getting to play week 10. Quality kicking performances out of everybody. I will expect to see Blankenship in a camp as soon as the Battlehawk season is over. Alright, and so yeah, championship. I want to go Birmingham and DC. But I will go. The LFA, they had a good week. Cadillos, they brought back Jeremy Johnson, but he didn't play yet. They still started the other guy, so that they eked by because of a missed extra point. Mexico, the Eagle handled the Raptors. Archangels beat the lowly Reyes, and and they also handled the Dinos. Sure, scoreless first half, or scoreless first quarter, down in the half, but second half, all fundies there. So, still 2 undefeated. They will play this week. That will be the game of the week. Cadillo's Archangel dying. Sheldon Appler still leading the league in passing by 600 yards, just about, or 500 yards. 16-4. Let's shout out to Trayvon Boykin, who's not sucking this year. So, good for him. Who is leading the league in rushing yards? Whitfield, that's not surprised there. Hop for the Gallows is leading the league in receiving right now. Okay. So, for the upcoming week, I will go with my fundy there. I will go Cadillos will get the revenge for their loss. What is it? I'll probably go Gallows, Negros there. And then I'll go Raptors because the Reds suck. So that is that. We will hop on over to the X League. So yeah, we went over this game because this game happened last week. So Obik, Rise is your championship. The Eagles will win that game. Surprise here was that Kobe beat the challengers. The Phoenix beat Sekisui. So that was a surprise to me. Let's pop that game open. So yeah, come back third quarter to take the lead. Well, yeah. Oh, it looks like it was pick 6 too in the 4 minutes into the fourth, so that was good. Shout out to my boy David Pindle. Anything otherwise really shocking? No. Not really. So, that gets them second place in that. This game was supposed to happen, but I guess it didn't, so I don't know what went wrong there. We'll hop on over to the ELF now, where my Prague Lions actually shut out somebody, which was surprising. Not something I would have expected, considering what I've seen out of them since they came to this league. I guess the Enthroners really, really suck this year. Raiders killed Cologne. Stuttgart murdered Hamburg. Madrid beat the Mercenaries, but that game was a little bit more high scoring than one would have expected. Frankfurt beat Paris, so let's go. Nordic absolutely smoked Berlin, which is kind of surprising there because Berlin at least has a competent quarterback. And Vienna got their revenge for the championship loss against the Fire, considering the Fire lost their top 2 offensive weapons. But they look to still be very good defensively. I will pull up this game where my Lions won pretty handily. Two rushing touchdowns, the passing touchdowns, no pick. So that's what you like to see out of that. At about 100 more yards, they doubled basically yards per play. It's close first downs considering the score difference. But anyway, so Vienna is leading the East. Nordic leading the North, not surprising. Munich leading the South. And then Stuttgart and Frankfurt tied in the West, but Stuttgart has the tiebreaker. Excuse me. Bless me. Reed Sinnott leading league in passing. Jacob Sullivan, Jadrick Clark in your top three there. Platt Gummer leading league in rushing. Krushank leading the league in receiving. He almost had half their receiving yards. That's kind of wild. So this upcoming week, I will go Berlin. I will go Vienna. I will go Madrid. I'll go Panthers. I will go Fire. I will go Frankfurt, and then I will go. Who did Stuttgart lose to? I don't remember who they lost to. Can I see who they lost to specifically? They lost to Paris. That's not a good loss. They kind of a coin flip game, it looks like. I guess if it's in Stuttgart, I will go Stuttgart. And we hop on over to the Arena League, which is kind of sad at the moment because they still don't have stats or standings on their league website yet after their first week. But can I pull up? Oh my goodness. I don't like their new thank you. I do not like their new website. The Duluth beat Iowa. Ozarks beat St. Joseph in, I believe, a Hail Mary at the end of the game. And then the Hot Springs beat the Axemen in their both teams' inaugural game. League-wise, at least. I'll go Ozarks. I'll go Duluth. And I guess I'll go the Woo, because I don't really know about these expansion teams yet. We'll close that up. And then the CFL kicks off this week. So let's go with that. So this is how the preseason went. Not, obviously not fully indicative of regular season performance, but we might as well show these scores. So, yeah. With that, I will go. It's okay. Let's bring up the standings from last year. Yeah. They're basically the same. Okay. Let's just go home team then. Saskatchewan. I'll stick with my my Owls until they prove me otherwise, but it will probably actually be Toronto. So I go Saskatchewan, Toronto. We'll go Bo Levy, Mitchell, Tiger Cats, and then we'll go BC for that. Yeah. All right. I don't really have anything else to shill. Hopefully next week I will have somebody to actually bounce off of, so it won't be as sad. So I will talk to you all